Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks. Well, today's video is good fire starting fuel or tinder, whatever you want to call it. The best that I've found, and everybody's has it in their house. It's free and it's dryer lint. If you go camping, if you go on a survival trip or anything, and you want reliable tinder or something that causes a quick hot flame fast, is this stuff right here. Now you can take it and you can put it in a Ziploc bag. You can put it in a 35mm film case. You can shove it just about in any tiny container and take it with you wherever you go. And what I do, I usually just collect it in a Walmart bag, and then as it builds up, then either use it or throw it away. Or I use it a lot in starting a fire for my smoker for my hives. It works very good if you've never tried it and you do any kind of camping. This stuff, and you want something that's reliable, you can take what you see there is a little ball of lint and take some little tiny twigs. And those of you that don't know how to start a fire, if you've never done that before, maybe one day we'll do a video on that, how to start. But it's basically, for those of you that don't know, you start off with a very tiny limbs, dry, even like grass, like dry grass, and then tiny limbs, and then bigger limbs, and then you build your way up till you get hot coals. And then some people will not know anything about camping or building a fire, and they try to light some paper underneath some logs. And it's funny watching them, because I go camping a lot and sitting back and watch people do that. Then they go to gasoline. Then you see them throwing gasoline on it. Then they think they got it. They got a big, huge flame going, and they're dancing around the fire like they've done something. Then it goes out. But it's things, if you've never been around. I've done this since I was a kid. All this stuff that I do, like farming and homesteading and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I'll get on with the video, and then after this, I want to show you what our garden is looking like. So this is basically just dryer lint. It's mostly made out of cotton, maybe a little bit of polyester, whatever you have in there. Now a lighter will light it up very, very fast. I'm gonna use this camping sparker. It's not magnesium, I don't believe, but it's just a fire starter that's really easy to use. It just throws out a huge spark. You can buy these about anywhere. They sell them all over the place. I've seen them at Academy Sports, Bass Pro Shops. I mean, they sell them everywhere. You see them at flea markets, and they basically just throw out a big spark, and like, may take a couple times to okay. You can see how fast it burns. Took a few times, because this thing right here is not a good tool for this. Something sharp, it has a sharp edge, and that's a lesson learned. Usually I could do this within 1 or 2 strikes and it hits. But this thing right here, it just doesn't have a very good sharp edge. Now that right there will burn a little bit, just to give you enough time to get you some grass, dry grass, some twigs on it. Save that stuff up. It comes in really handy. Even if you're just lighting a brush fire or something like that, it works very well. Let me put that out, make sure I don't catch anything on fire. Okay, if you remember my garden that I put out a couple weeks ago, you can see the onions are up. We got onions planted. Now, when I planted this garden, I took some chance and risk. 2 reasons. One, I knew we was gonna get a lot of rain. Now, if you have a lot of rain, you could rot your potato seeds, and they won't pop up sometimes. It just depends. And then the other risk was frost or a heavy freeze that would kill my corn once it come up. Still not out of the woods with that. Gardening's a little bit about risk when you try to get it out early. And that's the option I tried this time. but it may have paid off because we got some potatoes coming up right there. They're coming up. Some there, and hopefully they do all the way through. Now, I'm not saying it won't be in spots, because if it is, then we'll more than likely have to replant it. But if it works out good, then we probably got an early garden out before most people did, because most people was waiting this rain out. Well, you can see the corn is popping through the ground right here. It's popping through the ground, and we've had 2 days of a lot of sun with no rain. So maybe we're in pretty good shape there. We hope. We hope we got 3 rows of corn here growing, and then like I said, the potatoes. So I may have lucked out. This soil drains very well, so that may have been the reason that they didn't rot. But that's about it. I just wanted to show you the garden. And folks, don't forget to please pass along our videos. We got a lot in store this year. A lot of different videos. I'm getting ready to find me a GoPro, and we're gonna go on fishing trips and camping trips and having a lot of fun. So I hope you join us on our adventure on Homestead Hacks. And don't forget to share, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks.